Supermassive games soared to popularity in 2015 with Until Dawn, a narrative-driven game where your choices affect the outcome of the game, and who lives and who dies. Since then, I feel the quality of their games has dipped a fair amount. I enjoyed the Dark Pictures games, but I don't think any are particularly good games, and none come close to Until Dawn. Then, last year, they randomly released the Quarry. I had no idea this was a thing until it came out, but boy was I excited. I do enjoy these games, so I bought the game and was excited to play. The thing with the Quarry is, it had a similar effect on me as the Dark Picture games do. I don't think the Quarry is a good game, but I did enjoy it, for the most part. The main thing with games like this is that you have to feel like your choices have value. You need to have the feeling that your decisions will have consequences, but I rarely did with the Quarry, and on my quest for the Platinum Trophy, which I did get, the game got heavily exposed for how streamlined its decision-making system is. I only lost one character on my initial playthrough, but that's not because I'm good, that's because all you need is a sprinkle of common sense and you will get most of the campmates out alive. In fact, the one death that I did get, Abby, for the sake of transparency, was because I overthought the situation when I should have remembered how basic the game is. I've got every ending to this game, which means I have had to purposely kill everyone, and the things I had to do in order to get some of them killed were so stupid. Take Emma for example. You can get her killed in the treehouse. You hear a noise in the attic. Do you choose to A, look through the bag and prepare for whatever is up there, or B, go into the attic with nothing to defend yourself with? Bear in mind, you as the player know that they are going to be werewolves in this game. Nobody on a blind playthrough is going to choose option B here. It is dumb. The plot revelations also come far too late. It's evident by chapter 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly, that the hunters are trying to help you. Yet, you have to watch the playable characters act petrified of them for far too long, when it's clear that they're not yet your enemy. This removes a lot of tension from this middle section of the game, because the characters are scared of things that, if you as the player have been paying attention, you know aren't really a threat. So you're just kind of watching like, no, don't do that, what are you doing? It gets kind of silly. But in the Quarry, there isn't just alive and dead, there's also infected, where the survivors can be inflicted with the werewolf curse. There are, however, absolutely no consequences to this. They're still alive at the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Also, unless you were playing as a dick on purpose, it's irrelevant because you make one choice at the end of the game to kill the wolf boy or not. If you kill him, the curse is lifted for everyone. If you don't, more people will die. Again, this is supposed to be the biggest choice in the whole game, and it's just common sense. Why would you go through this entire night, spend all this time finding the wolf boy, to then not kill him? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, there's the fact that you are killing a child, I suppose, but still, the child causes far more harm, he has to go. I can't believe anybody chose to let him live in their first playthrough. I'm not buying it. There's a lot of talk in games like this about the illusion of choice, but this game doesn't actually do that. You do have choices, but there is just always one very obvious choice that it's basically irrelevant. Then there's the fact that the characters aren't even remotely likeable.
Freaking way.
Yes, frickin' way. Pop, pop, peanut butter pops. Pop, pop, pop 'em in your mouth. Pop!
I know you could argue this is so you take joy in watching them die like a sadist, but I think that they need at least some redeemable qualities. Ryan and Caitlin aside, there isn't a single likeable aspect to any of these people. At the absolute best, they're just annoying and cringy. At worst, they're terrible human beings. Jacob and Emma especially are just the worst, dreadful characters. I could also rant for a long time about how horrific Chapter 7 of this game is. Any pacing this game had is just completely gone, and it's an exposition dump. I'm not actually against exposition dumps. Funnily enough, I've played most of the Yakuza games. For example, they are full of exposition dumps. I can handle it. But this chapter is just so slow. There's so much unnecessary bloat. I would always dread coming to this part on repeat playthroughs. It could have been half its length and served the exact same purpose. I get why it's there, but it's far too long. With all of that said, I still enjoyed the game. I am a sucker for these kind of games. I really am. Whilst I don't think The Quarry is a good game, I think it's a fun game if you're into this sort of stuff, as I am. If you've played Until Dawn and are wondering if The Quarry is worth playing, it absolutely is. The same goes for if you enjoy the Dark Picture series. If you like them, you'll like this. But at the same time, that doesn't prevent me from pointing out genuinely atrocious objective faults. And this game has many. I've listed the prominent ones above, but that is what went wrong with The Quarry. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then please make sure to leave a like, as that would really help me out. And if you want to see more videos like this one, then possibly consider subscribing so you can watch more of them. But for now, that's all from me. Have a nice day, and goodbye.
Go find Caitlin and everybody, okay?
Okay, yeah.